Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Welcome to the weekly gardening vlog. As you can see, we are definitely not outside just yet, and that is simply because I wanted to show you some awesome stuff. Part of my kind of year-long tracking of our garden is I want to show you guys like the hauls that we get and the food that we get and how we are preserving it. So, one thing that I want to show you real quick is our collection of curing tomatoes. I don't know if you call them curing, but these tomatoes we had, these tomatoes we had to harvest before the rain came, and we have just been having massive amounts of rain. So we brought in everything. This one was all completely green, like totally green. This container here, the plants have been taken out by blight. So these ones, all these other ones are just ones that were kind of underripe. Also, these are the ones that we have actually, these are the ones that basically Robert has preserved, and these go back like 6, I think, and these are all cooked down sauces, and these ones are just like what'd you call them, like diced tomatoes. So now that I showed you all that stuff, we're gonna head outside because we actually have a break in the rain, and so we're gonna head out there. I'm gonna show you what we got going on outside. My plan for the garden and the gardening vlogs, hold on, you're dirty. My plan for the garden and the gardening vlogs and things like that is that next week is gonna be likely my last gardening vlog. And that is simply because it is that next week is going to be like the beginning of October. Most of the stuff is getting ready to just wind down really quick, and probably I'd say about 2 weeks after that, maybe 1 week, is going to be our first frost. So I'm just planning on wrapping everything up this coming weekend, which is going to be the next vlog that you're going to see. We're going to get as much of the tomatoes as we can. We're going to get all of the squash that we have out there, and we're just going to kind of wrap things up, and then is probably, unless something changes, I was planning on that being my last actual gardening vlog. So we're just going to get back to regular kind of preserving, fermenting, freezing, dehydrating, kitchen cooking kind of videos. So I would really love it if you guys would let me know down below what kind of cooking videos and what kind of preserving videos that you guys are interested in, because I'm going to kind of switch back over to doing those sorts of things. These gardening videos have kind of been an experiment for me. I wanted to share my first real year of gardening. I tried it last year, but I didn't get to, it sucked. So this was my first year kind of knowing a little something and having a much better experience with it. I wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to see if you guys were interested in that. And it doesn't seem like you guys are a whole terribly lot. So I think I'm just going to switch back, and we're just going to go back to doing we'll do a little bit of gardening stuff, mostly just kind of homesteading type of videos with a major emphasis on stuff in the kitchen, because you guys definitely seem like that is what you guys are interested in. That's what you guys came for, and that's what I'm going to start giving you. I just wanted to make sure that I was following through on my promise to follow through, or to bring you guys along for the whole year of gardening as a newbie gardener. So I did that. Also, after next week, I'm going to be leaving Wednesday. I'm going to HOA. I'm so excited. I've wanted to do this for like 2 years. I'm super excited. And I'm really excited because there's quite a lot of people that I really enjoy following, and I'm hopefully going to be able to meet them. So I'm super duper stoked about that. On Thursday, I'm taking a class with Off-Grid with Doug and Stacy, doing the fermentation class there. And then Friday and Saturday, we just a bunch of classes, and you get to go and meet people, and I'm just super duper pumped. I'm even more pumped because the Stivers are coming, so I get to meet them, and Justin Rhodes and Rebecca Rhodes, of course, and just so many different people. I hope that Roots and Refuges is going, but they're not like on the list, so I don't know if they're actually going, but hopefully they are. I'm gonna bring you guys along for that as much as I can. I'm not gonna make it the highlight of what I'm doing there, but I'm certainly, if I have an opportunity to interview people, or if I have an opportunity just to kind of ask some questions, I will definitely do that. But I'm there to enjoy HOA for the most part. But if I can bring you guys along as much as I can, I definitely will. On with the tour. And you can see here, this is my cabbage land, my cabbage patch. We have a couple that I could probably still harvest. It's really just gotten beaten up a lot. I've not been taking care of it whatsoever. This one looks like I could definitely harvest it. This one's starting to crack, but I think it should still be good. There's a couple little heads that I might be able to cook out of. Maybe like 1 or 2 that I can ferment with. But for the most part, it's kind of shot. And then over here is my Brussels sprouts. They've started to kind of form Brussels sprouts in there. But for the most part, I don't think they're going to do anything. I think I started them really early. I'm not sure why. I thought they would have plenty of time. But, I mean, I don't know if you can see, but there's some inside there. And they were, like, perfect, blemish-free forever. And then the aphids just took over and really just did a number on it. And then here's my second round of squash. Didn't really go very well. Didn't really take off. I've had a few squash that's come out of here, maybe like 10 tops, and there's still a couple here because I haven't really been tending to them, but overall they didn't really do very well. I think this area just doesn't get enough sun, or I didn't get them in the ground soon enough. But ultimately that was my entire purpose of putting these here, was that it would be a succession planting of them. So I don't know, I'm just learning my area. Then we're going to come over here and check out all the tomatoes. There's not a huge number of these that are ripe, and that's by design. You can see this one. I guess we must have missed these ones, and they are busting at the seams. We've had so much rain over the last few days. It's redonkulous. So you can see my husband was out here using those. You can see just a ton. This bed actually, honestly, is making a comeback. My procrastination on this, I think, might pay off. I think I might outpatience the aphids, and they're kind of starting to go away. They're not gone, but these things, if you remember from a few weeks back, this is just amazingly better than it was in this bed here. And you can see blight is starting to kick in. We've got a few plants that have been taken out by it, and so we need to get the rest of them, because you can see it's affecting the actual fruit, so we're not going to eat those. I want to make sure that I get the blight covered tomatoes out before they start to spread too much too quickly, even though it is currently the end of September. It is the last day of September. It is September 30th, and so I mean, these things are going to go down any minute now. I cannot even believe that we only have 3 tomato plants that have gone down with blight compared to last year. I'm going to try and find the video where I'm really kind of discussing the terrible state of my garden last year. I'll link it up here if I can find it. I don't know if I can, but it was really devastating, and I almost got nothing out of it. I'm actually, now that I'm walking around, I'm starting to see like these joints here are starting to get affected by blight. So it's starting to take over. I'm sure that I probably have, if I pull all the plants that have it, I can maybe get 2 weeks out of it. You can see here, we just have a lot of tomatoes that are ready to rock and roll on the vine. Unfortunately, we've gotten so much rain, even the green ones are starting to split. It's just, compared to the summer that we have had, our summer has been so dry, we were really having to conserve on water, and now it's picking back up, and so pretty excited about that one. You can see, even this one, cherry tomatoes starting to go down. I haven't been out here for a couple days, so we're kind of discovering this together. And you can see just all my beautiful little cherry tomatoes are just starting to split and bust and do all of their fall things. You can see here, that one's icky. Yep. See, this was the plant that I should have pulled the other day. You can see what happens to blight. It's terrible. As soon as I finish with you guys, this is going to get gutted because it's really spreading very quickly. It's just taken over. Those are tomatoes, Washington, at the end of September, almost October. They don't do very well. It's too wet, and the spores just get spread really, really easily. You can see all the peppers. These things are going crazy. Got a bunch of jalapenos. There's even some sweet peppers in here. No clue what that is, but just tons and tons of stuff. The Armenian yard long plant is definitely starting to go. It's pretty darn dead. And then you can see over here we have the peas that we planted together a couple weeks ago. They're doing great. They're just taking off. Even these ones on this, was it this end? Yeah. On this end here, the ones that we planted by seed, these ones are all going crazy too. They're just doing just as well, almost just as well as the ones over there that we planted ahead of time. And then the radishes, these ones are starting to go. You can tell we have cats. All right, so this here, sorry, my chickens are just going crazy. I don't know what these guys are doing, but they are doing something. They're calling to each other back and forth. You can see tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes everywhere. Very few of them are actually ripe. And you can see, since it is so late in the week, today's Thursday, usually I shoot these on either Sunday or Monday, but every once in a while I just don't have the time to. So it is Thursday, so in a few days, either Sunday or Monday, we're gonna go ahead and we are going to harvest all of these, and we're gonna stick them in the greenhouse right there. The ones that I harvested last week, I put in the greenhouse up front because there wasn't very many, and we have the floor space in there, so I just put them in there. But you can see here we have a ton of jumbo, what is this? Jumbo pink bananas. Some, I can't remember what the Tokyo orange something. Some kabochas. Let me see. I could have sworn I planted something that's supposed to have like a blue tip on it. It's kind of like this. It's candy roaster. But anywhooser, you can see we got some Jardale pumpkins, just some big field pumpkins, all kinds. A bunch up there, acorns, a couple butternuts up there. Those ones I'm super stoked about. We only got a couple butternuts though, so I was really bummed about that. But next year. Yeah, see these guys here, I think are my only ones that I got. These two. I think those are supposed to be Waltham. But they look like a weird shape. But you can definitely see, oh, there's another, it's a green butternut. You can definitely see like this thing has just been wiped out by disease really, really quickly. Very unfortunate, but we're gonna come through, harvest everything that we can out of here. After our HOA, I'm gonna come through and probably gut all of this and take off the tarps, fence it in, and let the chickens go crazy. With the vines in here, I'm not gonna take the vines out, but that's kind of my plan. If you guys are interested in how I'm gonna be buttoning up the garden, let me know. I would be willing to do a video on that if you guys are interested, but if you're not, like, trust me, I won't take offense to that, and I will leave it to myself. It's not going to be that interesting. So, up here, we have a bunch more tomatoes. I mean, look at these. It's starting to go down with blight. You can see it kind of kicking in on the tomatoes there. But it's just crazy amounts of tomatoes. Ooh, this one's roady. This is a black cherry. Gross. They're all kind of icky. And this is round number 3 of this row here is some squash that we have. And it looks like we just got our first squash over here. You can see right there. And then we also have some melons, which I don't think we're going to have any fruition on that one. We should have planted it sooner. And smaller winter squash. We'll see if we get anything off of there. I think I see a kabocha forming over here, actually. Yep. There we go. Might be a kabocha. Looks like it. But, anywhooser. We've got a nice orange pumpkin there. For all those interested in the homestead, we got our last round of meat birds are growing out. They are supposed to be 8 weeks. I think it is right when I get back from HOA, maybe? I can't remember. But they're getting pretty big. They're big, lean, mean, eating machines. They just eat a bunch. And I just move them around. I have 2 tractors full, actually. You can see those ones in that one over there. So I have a total of 40. I had 41. I ordered 40. They sent 41. One died. That's it. I actually had really good luck with them. And this one I actually got... I think I got this round at Meyer Hatchery. I have in the past always gotten them from Murray McMurray Hatchery. These ones were so much more vibrant when they came from the shipping, like they were just hit the ground running, and they were just eating and drinking. The other ones that I had gotten in the past, they had always taken a couple days to really start to kick in. I could give them like all 40 of them, just this little dish, and it would take them like a day to go through the whole dish. But these suckers, like straight out of the box, they were, in my opinion, they were much healthier than the ones I'd gotten before. It could have just been luck. I don't know, but that's just what happened. So I'm definitely planning on ordering from Meijer next year, and we'll see if it carries on. You can see my sunflowers. They got knocked over. All this whole bed. The zinnias have been going strong, but they are finally starting to kind of peter out. And then we got the yarrow, these beautiful, beautiful things. Sunflowers, they fell over in the storm that we had. We got tomatoes growing along the back. A bunch of beans are just intermixed. Bush beans, whole beans, you know, you can see them all over here. Once they're done, I might harvest the bean seeds, but some of them are looking pretty disheveled. They might just be destroyed in the weather. We've had some really gnarly weather. I know I keep saying that, but it's been pretty gnarly. You can see I also grew some, these are supposed to be Cherokee Trail of Tears, like black beans, but I just let them grow, and when they're done, I'll harvest them. I don't know how to tell when they're done. I would imagine these are pretty close to it being done. But let's go ahead. I'll open one up with you guys. Oh, beautiful. Those things are some beautiful black beans. I think I know how to tell when they're done. Oh, I'm so excited. Check these guys out. We got some black beans that I grew. I'm so stoked. And now we have a whole fence of them. So, and I'm gonna put these in my pocket. So, what else? We have our tunnel up here. Unfortunately, this melon tunnel, this melon cucumber tunnel, did not do anything even close to what I hoped it would do, but I have taken a ton of information from it. Started much earlier. That's a big one. I'll show you for perspective here. It's a pretty good size. So, got a cucumber there. This here, as I figured, this side definitely did a lot better. As you can see, it's all grown up, and I think that's because this side got the majority of morning sun. So it just got the better of the sun. You can see all these zucchini rampicantes. There's a couple of melons growing. Can you see that? Right there. Another one right there. There's a few. You can see a couple from the other side as well. There's one. Got some zucchini rampicantes up top here. That just kind of have a weird growth pattern. Oh, there we go. One there. One there. There. It looks like those didn't get pollinated. So I think that's about all that we have for the garden today. Showing you everything. Next week is my planned last day for a gardening vlog. Or next week. Yeah, next week is my planned last gardening vlog for the year. We'll see how that actually goes. I'm open to doing other things if something pops up, something I think you guys would enjoy. But overall, like I said earlier, we're getting back to the kitchen, and we're going to be starting to make more ferments, more canning videos. I'd even like to throw in some cooking videos. If you guys have any interest in how to cook from the pantry, how to cook using canned foods that you've canned, and just kind of how to incorporate that type of thing into your regular eating plan. I don't know what you'd want to call it. So you can just keep your pantry rotated. Let me know, and I would love to come up with some videos. Currently, I'm a little bit restricted in what I'm consuming, but my husband's not, and he really enjoys it when I cook for him. So I'm sure he'll love that. So let me know down below what you guys would like to see from me coming up and through the winter, and I would love to game plan with you guys to make some things that you guys would be really interested in. So let me know down below if you enjoyed this video, and I'm not rambling too much. Hopefully give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel down below if you haven't already. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.